What's up, my 8 loyal subscribers? Today we are checking out. Um, no, this isn't almost game review. This is just me playing Hexario, basically. But since Hexario, there's absolutely nothing to commentate on. It's just me going around a map or whatever, killing some people, taking over some blocks, whatever these are. Anyways, yeah, I want to talk about my most recent meetup because it was awful. Let's just say that for for that. Um, nice. Yeah. So, Jesus. So I was going to meet up with this chick who liked pretty much all of my pictures and all my statuses and all this weird shit. She was obsessed for the littlest amount of time after we met up and everything. She doesn't really talk to me at all anymore. But yeah, so I was getting out of work, right? And before this, I was like, yeah, we should meet up or something sometime, blah, blah, blah. Because, you know, in the place I'm at, it's hard to make friends. Not really. I'm just lame. But, so yeah, I was like, yeah, let's meet up sometime. And I was just getting out of work. And then she was like, oh, yeah, I'm literally 3 minutes away from you. And that was kind of weird. Because she didn't know where I worked prior to that. I mean, maybe she did because she was stalking the fuck out of me on Facebook and all that kind of weird shit. So maybe she did, and it was she was planning to plan a meetup, which it was weird anyway. Because she took a train to downtown, and we were going to the harbor basically. So she takes a train, which trains in my area in Buffalo aren't very good. I mean, everyone shits on public transport here because it's awful. You don't take trains. If anything, you take a bus, which is still just absolute fucking trash. But anyways, yeah. So she takes a train, and I'm like, okay, yeah, let's meet up. You're 3 minutes away, and then I go down there. She's like, yeah, I'm here, whatever, all that good shit. And right off the bat, it's this is fucking awful because it takes the amount of effort it took just to fucking find her. Well, it was ridiculous because so I'm down there. The outer harbor that we were at, it's a canal side or whatever. It's not a big place. I mean, you could walk the whole thing within 5 minutes, and I'm driving. So it really shouldn't be hard to find anyone there, especially when you're both communicating through Facebook, hey, I'm over here, alright, I'm over here, blah, blah, blah. But no, it takes so fucking long for whatever reason, and I was like, why is it so hard for this chick to fucking organize a meetup within a 500 feet distance, right? So eventually, after 30 minutes of fucking around, I'm just like, alright, this is pretty awful. And we meet up, finally. And then so she's walking, obviously. She's not driving or anything. So I get out of my car, and she's right there. And I'm like, oh, yeah, hey, what's up? All this shit. And she says nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. First meetup, first time seeing each other in real life, and she just fucking stands there like a statue or something. And it's just what do you even do at that point, right? So I'm like, all right, what's up? Because I'm trying to take her out of this fucking trance that just hit her in the face. I don't know what happened to her, but anyways, yeah, I'm trying to talk to her, and she's like, oh yeah, how's it going? What's up? You know. And then we start walking, and I'm like, so what are you doing down here? And it turns out she's like down there all the time, which is really weird. There's absolutely nothing down there. We have like some naval ships and stuff, which is like cool, but after you've seen it however many times, it's pretty I don't know why you'd go there all the time. But anyways, apparently that's just where she goes frequently, taking the train, I guess. Really weird, but yeah, so we're walking and I'm like, so where do you want to go? And she's like, oh, I don't know. I'm just like, all right, great. This is going really well. And we're walking around and stuff, right? And I'm asking her all these questions like, what do you do? What any hobbies, anything. I'm trying to get just like any fucking answer out of her just so we have something to talk about cuz like we're walking around. By this point, we're like past um Canal Side, and Canal Side isn't big, so we're just basically walking the streets of Buffalo at this point. And everywhere around Canal Side isn't the best area, so we're just walking around, and she just is fucking silent almost all of the entire time. And so I'm just like, this is fucking awful. Like, I don't even know what to do. I just have to stand here, walk with her, and just take this fucking brutal beating of just nothingness. And it's like the most awkward thing I've actually ever experienced. And I don't find many things awkward. Like, a lot of people find a lot of things awkward. But this was bad. Because, like, I'm throwing every fucking question I could think of at her. Like, preschool grade questions here. Like, do you watch Netflix, I guess? Because Netflix is a good thing to go off of when you want to, like, make some conversation, I guess. Because, like, it gives you a genre that they might be into, and then you link off of something in that genre, be like, oh, you watched this, blah, blah, blah. Normal fucking conversation shit, but no, she's just not having it. She was set on not saying a single fucking word. And, yeah, it's one thing I guess you gotta look out for when you randomly meet up with people. But you should randomly meet up with people. I think it's a good thing to do. It's just sometimes this will happen to you, I guess. But after a while, she was like kind of like I don't know how you'd say it. She came out of her shell a little, I guess. That sounds fucking awful, but yeah, I guess that's how you put it. So she starts saying like a few things, and I'm just like, okay, so what do you do most of the day? She's like, not really anything, just chill in my room and watch Netflix. And I'm like, okay, so you do watch Netflix? She was like, yeah. And I'm like, what kinds of shows are you into? Like, what do you watch? Anything? Because there's still absolutely no real conversation going on. I'm just throwing all these questions at her, and she's just dodging every single one. And like, she wanted to meet up. Like, it's not like I went out of my way to meet up with her or anything. It was just like, hey, you want to meet up? And I was like, yeah. And then she went through the effort to actually do it. Kind of. But she finally starts talking. Netflix has absolutely nothing to say of it. Apparently she just fucking sits in her room and watches Netflix all day, but she doesn't know what she watches. And anyways, finally, I'm just like, all right, let's turn around. And actually no, we're going to be walking to this one tower thing, and apparently it's like closed off at night, and these two guards were like, hey ladies, you guys gotta go, you can't like be in this area. And I'm just like, ladies, like, who the fuck are you talking to? And then a lot of people mistake me for a chick. Pretty nice. And then she started laughing, and it was like, okay, this is decent, I guess. She isn't just walking like a fucking statue everywhere. It became a little bit less awkward, I guess, maybe. But near the end, because there's nothing to even say about most of this, because nothing fucking happened. But near the end, I was just like, alright, yeah, let's go back to Canal Side, and that'll be it, I guess. And so I make up some bullshit excuse. I'm like, yeah, I gotta go, I don't know what I said to do. I gotta go to work early in the morning, and I gotta, like, go to the store and stuff still. And that was all cool. And then she just, like, randomly starts talking completely normal again. And I'm like, what the fuck is this about? Like, you haven't said a single word. And she's like, oh, yeah, alright, that's cool. Yeah, I gotta work, blah, blah, blah. All this shit, too. And I'm just like, what the fuck was that? Like, this... So we were walking around for, like, half an hour, just doing stupid shit. Like, not talking at all. And then we go to leave, and she, turned human again, I guess. So yeah, I was like, alright, yeah, see you around. Probably not, though. And we didn't. We haven't, like, even talked since. But yeah, so she was like, alright, yeah, have a good night. And then she was, I started to walk away, and she was like, oh. And I'm just like, what? Like, did I do something wrong? Because she, like, sounded so offended in her oh. I'm just like, what? And then she was like, oh, can I get a hug? And I was like, you want a hug? Like, you've been so fucking shy this entire time, to the point where you don't even have a single answer to, like, what's your fucking name? And then I was like, yeah, I guess I'll give you a hug. Sure. And then it was like the most painfully awkward hug I've ever given anyone, because I just, it was just the most painful experience I've had in a meetup, just randomly meeting someone. And it was bad, like, really, really fucking bad. So yeah, I hopped in my car and immediately called my brother, because I was just like, dude, you gotta hear about this. And it was real bad. But anyways, yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about that, other than don't meet some random people. Might even be best to just, like, walk around in your area, you know, talk to some homeless people. That'd be cool. Any local drug addicts, you know, just go talk to them. I'll make a new friend. So, yeah, peace.